Samantha and Jake, today is the beginning of the rest of your lives. Your wedding day represents the culmination of small moments that have brought you both to this one big moment. Take everything in on this day. The sparkle you see in each other's eyes, the happiness that radiates from your friends and family, and of course, the taste of that delicious wedding cake. Are we cutting that soon? Okay, good. I know you two love your sweets. Through doing this, you are creating a strong memory of this moment that will last a lifetime. The first movie you two saw together was The Vow. There's a quote from this movie I knew I wanted to include in this speech, and it wasn't until we were sitting at the bachelorette dinner. The table was rocking because we had been on a boat all day. I was barely coherent, but I did catch when Sam said that the first movie that you two saw together was The Vow. And so I knew that this quote was perfect. It was meant to be. And might I mention also that the first time that they saw this movie was when they first held hands. So sweet. Cheers to that, okay. The movie opens up with this quote. Leo says, "My theory is about moments of impact. My theory is that these moments of impact, these flashes of high intensity that completely turn our lives upside down, actually end up defining who we are. The thing is, each one of us is the sum total of every moment that we've ever experienced with all the people that we've ever known. And it's these moments that become our history, like our own personal greatest hits of memories that we play and replay in our minds over and over again. Tonight is a memory that you will replay over and over in your minds all the time. But let's look back at the moment that was a particular catalyst to your relationship. So for Samantha, and I hope this is the same for you, Jake, it was when you guys were at our family ranch for an RUF event. For those of you that don't know, it's a Christian fellowship organization at Texas A&M Corpus Christi. You had both known of each other before, but it wasn't until Sam asked everyone in her goofy voice at the campfire, "Who wants to get s'mored?" And Jake responded, "I do." Something clicked, and that was a moment of impact for the two of you. Fast forward 2.5 years later, and you have both said, instead of "I do" to s'mores, "I do" to getting married to each other. Now, Sam, Jake is yours, and Jake, Sam is yours. Take care of each other, love each other every day. Even if you're mad, never go to bed angry. Always say, "I love you," and give each other a hug. You can still be mad, but just do that. You will have big moments and small moments together. A small moment might be getting a new washer and dryer. That can be very exhilarating, Bed Bath & Beyond, getting that new Keurig because you know it's going to break every 2 years. Some of those big moments that you're going to have, one that's happening really soon is starting the Coast Guard. Possibly moving to a new city, having children graduating, and eventually your children's weddings. Life will have seemed to come full circle. Live, laugh, and love with each other through all of these ups and downs. Celebrate both those small moments and big moments. Lean on and support each other. And Jake, one piece of advice for you, because that's what matron of honors are supposed to give. When all else fails, give her chocolate. Amen to that. So let's raise our glasses to these remarkable people. May God bless your marriage forever. Cheers to Jake and Sam.
All right, so Jake, I've known you my entire life. Our parents knew each other before birth. We're next door neighbors until we were teenagers and went to the same high school together. Pretty much did everything together. Y'all were a second family to me, and your mom and dad have treated me just like their fourth son. Sam, I say this with my whole heart, that if the Brants treat you and care for you and love you just as much, half as much as they did for me, that y'all are going to be very happy together for a very, very long time. I'm very honored to be your best man, and words can't really explain to you how happy I am.
Hello. I'm going to set my drink down because it's going to get rowdy. Move a little bit closer. Is this good? All right. For those of you that don't know me, I am Sam's older brother and only sibling. I never thought that there would come along a guy that I think is good enough for my sister. Then I met Jake. Jake had the strength to pass numerous tests throughout the past few years, and he proved that he could survive the weirdness known as the McDonald's. The latest test I put Jake through was just last evening. He came over to our house before the wedding rehearsal and rang the doorbell. At that exact moment, I had just gotten out of the shower and was walking down the hallway in a very feminine teal-colored towel. Naturally, shouts came from all corners of the house saying, "Get the door!" So I thought, what better way to greet my soon-to-be brother? I pondered to myself, let's see how uncomfortable this makes Jake feel to see me standing there when the front door opens in nothing but a towel, my chest all lathered up with water. To no surprise of my own, Jake didn't even flinch and only stated, "Hey, what's up, Cam?" You passed that test. One other test for Jake was about 1.5 years ago. Sam and Jake came up to Philadelphia to visit my wife Julie and I for a week. Jake got to see firsthand what it would be like for the four of us hanging together all the time. He also got to see the power that your wife can have over you. At the time they were visiting, Julie was closely monitoring my food intake. This was mainly cookies, cupcakes, ice cream, basically most of the things I enjoy in life. Julie had just baked us all cookies, and when they got out of the oven, I was the first over to the cookie sheet, eating numerous warm cookies right out of the oven, when all of a sudden, Julie is shouting at me from across the room to not eat one more cookie. Per usual, I rebelled and shoved another cookie in my mouth and took off running through our condo. Sam and Jake sat back laughing, and Jake got to see a front row of how much power your wife can hold over you. Julie held me down on the couch and squeezed the cookie out of my mouth. And also the consequences of rebelling. I suppose this did not scare him, or we wouldn't be standing here today. Page 2. When writing this speech, I thought the way I truly felt could only be expressed when accompanied by music. Sam and Jake. Marriage is perfect. You will greet each other every day in the pouring rain and go rowing in ponds full of swans. Dishes will never be dirty. Money will never be in short supply. Hunting trips will result in exactly your limit. And there will always be something to watch on TV at 1 a.m. Your career will never once compete with your family, and you will succeed at everything you do. When you have children, you will be able to hire a singing Fräulein from a nunnery to watch your children. You will take cruises in first class on giant ships, and the ship won't hit an iceberg and sink. And if somehow it does sink, Jake, your Coast Guard training will save your life, and you won't be pushed to the bottom of the ocean by Sam, who in theory will never let go. But let me be honest. Marriage is not easy. In fact, sometimes marriage feels like the mysterious deep, dark ocean. And you are in the middle of it with the sharks circling below. No, wait. several sharks circling below. Relocation, diets, dirty dishes, bills, the Lifetime Movie Network, designer purses, and feminine colored bedding. I won't even mention the complexities that I'm sure children will add. Work will be demanding and life in general will be busy. Holidays will be too short and weekends won't come fast enough. You will both have bad days where you feel like the world is out to get you. And who knows, it may be. It's probably the McDonald family curse, which your children will inherit. However, despite the sharks and the lack of cookies and Lifetime movies, which, Jake, if your first movie was The Vow, I'm sure you'll enjoy those. You have each other. And most importantly, you have love. You are so lucky to have Sam. My Sam, my number one fan, my comedian, my partner in crime that would go door to door with me when I was 7 and sell melted popsicles in our neighborhood for 5 cents. She is my fellow mud pie chef and has been my best friend since about 1999. I realized she was born in 91, but it took a few years for the jealousy to settle. Any crazy idea I ever had or mistake I ever made, Sam was always right there being my rock and supporting me no matter the outcome. She is yours now, Jake. Build your new life together on laughter. See every challenge as an adventure to grow as one. Learn from your mistakes and use each and every day to grow in your understanding of life. And yes, I'm about to cry. It's because she dressed me in purple. Strengthen your marriage through God and live by both of your common beliefs and values. When Sam and Jake first started dating, Sam called me up gushing about this dude who I hadn't even met yet. Pretty soon I hear that he is going out to our ranch with my dad while I sat helpless in another state, unable to defend my role as a son or brother. I quickly could tell there was something special about this Jake Brandt, and Sam sounded like she was trapped in a Taylor Swift song when I would talk to her. So much so that I would purposely call her and have Taylor Swift's Enchanted song readily available to blast over the phone. I would then bust out in the worst voice possible, lyrics to narrate her real-life love story. Needless to say, she didn't always appreciate this, but I thought, what better way to end the speech than to say, "You enchanted me." Please join me in toasting Sam and Jake, and to many years of happiness. I love you both.
Well, certainly can't go that long. That was wonderful. He stayed up way late and worked on that and did an excellent job, and very good job, son. Said a lot of wonderful things and certainly brought a lot of humor and everything in with the marriage that we all witnessed and were involved in seeing and everything else today. I want to thank everybody for traveling as far. I know many of y'all have come from a long distance, and friends and family and everything else to attend this. And I'd like to give a big hand to Jake and Samantha right now from everybody. We all wish them happy years, many years of just fun and challenges and everything that's out there, but they're going to do it. They're a team. I've seen them on too many occasions of getting out there and being involved in different things and stuff like that. It's hard. Don't have a whole lot else to say with this other than everybody have fun tonight, and hopefully we'll start the music here before long. Thank y'all.